Hey, welcome to Graphic Policy Television, GPTV. I'm Brett. It's a new month. We've got a new Legion of Collectors box from Funko and DC Comics. Now, for those who don't know, Legion of Collectors box is a geek box geared towards fans of DC Comics. It comes out every other month and has a theme every single month. This theme is Suicide Squad. So expect items probably featuring, I'm going with Harley Quinn, Joker. We will see. We'll see what's inside. Really, I have no idea. So for those who don't know, Legion of Collectors is very similar to a box that Funko also does with Marvel. Their boxes both come out every other month. They all have a theme, usually geared towards some major event or a movie that's coming out or something with the comic books. Since it's Funko, it usually has pops, Dorbs, stuff like that inside. Also, usually a limited edition comic book of some sorts. They're really, really great. A little bit expensive, that I will totally admit that it's on the pricier end of things. They retail for about, I think about $50. You go and you get whatever a year. The thing that's kind of cool, you know, if you stick around for that year, you do get a special gift at the end of the year. There was a big giant, like, Captain America statue. I think it was Captain America item from Funko that was only available for those who were a part of the first year. Pretty sure there's something as well for the DC box, but we'll see. First and foremost, the box always comes with a patch and a pin that are on the top. I've noticed lately they've kind of been a little loose, which is stunk, but you can kind of see how they're packaged in, or at least supposed to be packaged in. The pin features Deadshot. Now, these are really high quality pins. I do like them. I think it looks really, really great. Forgot to wait out. There we go. You can see with Deadshot in there. And then we've got a patch, and the patch features Katana. There we go. I dig it. I think the patch is kind of cool. Especially since it's got Katana and Suicide Squad on there. It's actually a neat patch. I like it. But the big question is what's actually inside the box. So I'm sure that's what everyone cares about. So first and foremost, we do have, we'll come to that, a comic book. This is the Suicide Squad #1 Legion of Collectors. You can see it's got a pop version of Harley Quinn on the top. The comic itself, so we gave Suicide Squad #1 a pop-styled variant cover, marking our first DC Comics cover. Adam worked closely with Funko art department and power by Funko team to make sure they captured Harley just right. So this is a first issue of the Suicide Squad, the original series, so it probably won't have a lot of the characters that are in the film, but it's pretty cool. It's a nice one. You know, definitely a variant. Variant comics are always a great thing, and I know I enjoy it. Let's see here, and I should tell folks that I'm reading off of this. They give you this nice little cheat card. Thing that I do like about the box is that it's got the cheat card, and the cheat card gives you a lot of info about the figures and the comics that are in there, and the t-shirts, and the kind of the process behind it all, which I think is pretty neat. Let's show off the t-shirt. I can already tell you I'm a little iffy on the t-shirt. Let's open up, show it off. This has got the Suicide Squad as pop figures. Now, I'm not really the biggest fan of the pop figures and like the t-shirts with pop figures on the images. This one's not bad though. I will say this one on the end of things is one that I kind of like a bit more than the others that have come out so far, but still not my thing at all. Just, I don't know what it is. I'm not a big fan of it. So let's see what to say about t-shirts. This is how do you design a t-shirt for a movie with so many great characters? Rather than face the challenge of picking just one character, they decided to show off as many as possible with a group shot. They still went through several different options featuring different Suicide Squad members before finally choosing this design. You know, it's a pop box, so we're going to show off the pop figure inside. It's an exclusive DC Comics Legion Collector figure from the Suicide Squad. It's Enchantress. Check her out. So Enchantress was not included in the Suicide brand development materials, and they originally did not have a pop design for the character. However, after seeing her on the cover of Empire magazine, they were able to get her dressed and received approval to create her as a pop. Initial plans slated a variant Joker pop for this box, but once they created Enchantress, they decided to do something a little more unexpected with this popular character. That's pretty cool. This is fairly heavy. I don't know why this feels heavier than a lot of the other figures, but this one just does. And yeah, it looks like Enchantress was not included in the original release, so if you want all the Suicide Squad figures, at least all the pop figures, yeah, this is going to be your only option. The final item, this is really awesome. Oh, this is totally worth it. So finally, they're so excited to debut. It's a 3.75-inch action figure, exclusive format for Legion of Collectors. Originally, they came up with 4 possible designs for these action figures, with each box receiving 2 of the 4. The Joker figure was intended to be a chase variant for this month's box, but upon receiving the original sculpts, they decided the item was too cool not to include for everyone. Harley was also one of the original 4 potential designs, but she was going to be the staple included in all boxes. They decided most fans would love to have Joker and Harley as a pair. Now, I kind of want to know what the other 2 are. So these are 3.75-inch, 3 3/4-inch figures exclusive to this box. Yep. You saw that. You hear that right. You're not finding these anywhere else. This is only in the Legion of Collectors box. The hardest of hardest to get, a Margot Robbie, Harley Quinn, and Jared Leto Joker. I'm a fan of this style. It's a thing that kind of sticks out a bit more than a lot of the other figures that are out there is a lot of the other figures are like the reaction ones are stiff at the joints. These actually are posable in their arms and their knees, and along with their waist, stuff like that. So it's actually a pretty posable figure. Maybe not as much as like G.I. Joe figures, but much more than kind of the retro reaction figures that are out and really, really popular recently. This is pretty amazing. I gotta say, out of all the items that I think I've ever received in any of these boxes, this might be the coolest ever. This is really, really neat. I'm blown away by this. Yeah, so this is pretty sweet. And Funko, if you're watching this video, please more of that. Even release figures like that, I would buy the crap out of them. Final thing with these boxes, and I have to say they're really, really cool, is the art inside. It's not just, you know, on the outside. They do some great things inside as well. This one's got images of all the cast and from the upcoming Suicide film. So, going over it again, you've got the pop figure of Enchantress that you're only finding in this box. You've got the 2, 3, and 3/4-inch action figures that are absolutely amazing of Joker and Harley Quinn. I feel like the decision that they made to include both figures in the box was the right one, and if I found out there was like chase figures to have to go try to get, I might have flipped my shit. Finally, we've got the t-shirt is the final item of the pop figures. I'm not the biggest fan of the t-shirt, mostly just because I don't really dig the pop figures on t-shirts that much. It's just not my style. And the final item, last but not least, is Suicide Squad #1 variant with Harley Quinn as a pop figure on top. So, overall, I'm really, really impressed with this box as always. I feel like these boxes that are specific towards Marvel and DC are beyond top-notch. I think the items in there are really, really cool. It's totally worth the price if you are a Marvel or DC fan. Obviously a DC fan in this case. They're must-gets. I mean, if you are a hardcore collector and a hardcore fan, I don't see how you can be without getting them. So this is the Legion of Collectors box for DC Comics and Funko. We have a link underneath of which you can get your own box. It's not an affiliate link. We get absolutely nothing from it. I just think these are really, really cool. I'd be collecting these no matter what, even if we weren't doing these videos. I just really, really dig them a whole lot. So sign up if you're a comic fan, if you're a DC comic fan. I think it's a must-get. This box alone shows off that they are going in a really, really awesome direction with these boxes, and it's well worth it. But as always, thank you for watching. This is Graphic Policy Television, GPTV. I'm Brett. You can catch us every single day at graphicpolicy.com. We're on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, all at Graphic Policy, keeping it nice and consistent. So until next time, keep reading those comics and keep it geeky.